Welcome to Module 12. We have arrived at the integration point I have been looking forward to since the very beginning of this journey. You have walked the full arc of this course, learning to distinguish between genuine parallels and sloppy appropriations across all 7 Hermetic principles. We have pressed into the hard questions of unified field theory and the nature of consciousness, but Module 12 is something entirely different. Knowledge alone does not protect you from being fooled. Even with everything you have learned, you could still fall for the next clever piece of marketing. The goal here is calibrated discernment, the practiced ability to hold a claim at arm's length and apply the right tools in real time. Our first essential question asks how we distinguish legitimate Hermetic physics correspondences from pseudoscientific appropriation. Recognizing counterfeits requires practiced discernment, not just theoretical knowledge. What are the specific markers that separate the genuine from the fraudulent? The second question focuses on our responsibility when communicating these complex ideas to others. Your understanding creates an obligation. What principles should govern what you say and how you say it when sharing with friends or family? Finally, we ask how we maintain intellectual integrity while remaining open to genuinely novel possibilities. The skill we need is the capacity to hold both possibilities simultaneously, rigorous enough to catch the false, yet open enough to recognize the genuine. By the end of this module, you will be able to identify and name the 5 primary fallacies used in quantum spirituality misappropriation. You will analyze specific case studies, including The Secret and Deepak Chopra's framework, using our 3-level correspondence tool. We will apply Carl Sagan's baloney detection kit, Karl Popper's falsifiability criterion, and Bayesian reasoning to evaluate claims. Most importantly, you will formulate a personal ethics of synthesis for how you will discuss these ideas going forward. The pseudoscience problem is a real one. It causes harm when people forego medical treatment in favor of modalities with no evidence of efficacy. But dismissing everything as nonsense is also an intellectual failure. The history of science is full of ideas that were once dismissed. To understand how we got here, we look at the quantum revolution of the early 20th century. It placed the observer at the center of reality. The architects of quantum theory were genuinely uncertain about what their equations meant. This created an opening for both insight and fraud. The most common error is quantum name-dropping, attaching the word to claims to lend an aura of scientific authority where none exists. The observer fallacy equivocates between a physical measuring system and a conscious mind. In physics, a rock can be an observer. The vibration fallacy conflates mathematical field oscillations with emotional states. They are genuinely different things wearing the same word. The entanglement fallacy misapplies non-locality to explain things like telepathy, ignoring the extreme isolation required for quantum states. The uncertainty fallacy uses Heisenberg's principle as a universal defense for any claim, incorrectly assuming that anything is possible. We look at What the Bleep Do We Know, which introduced the measurement problem to millions but often blurred the line between science and speculation. The Secret claims the law of attraction is a universal quantum law. While the intuition has philosophical merit, the specific mechanisms are not supported. Deepak Chopra presents a more sophisticated case. His idealism has genuine philosophical credentials, but his scientific claims often exceed the physics. To protect ourselves, we use the Sagan standard. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. It shifts the burden of proof. Occam's razor asks if invoking quantum mechanics is actually necessary. Often, a much simpler explanation is already available. Karl Popper's falsifiability asks what result would prove a claim false. If every outcome confirms the claim, it is not scientific. Bayesian reasoning teaches us to update our beliefs based on the strength of new evidence and our prior probability assessment. We must also consider the ethics of communication. False hope and false blame cause real pain to real people. Responsibility is key. We aim for epoche, the suspension of judgment, and diacrisis, the capacity to distinguish genuine insight from self-deception. This is what genuine openness looks like. It is not the openness that accepts everything, but the one that follows the evidence wherever it leads. Your practice this week includes the Steelman Challenge, arguing for the position you find least convincing to build epistemic humility. This module builds the bridge to our capstone. We are taking the 7 principles and the quantum physics to build a personal synthesis. Your inner work is the most powerful thing you can do for the world. Let's do the work together. I will see you in the lessons.